It is a game that needs absolutely no introduction from the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. The home opener for the Falcons water polo team, and what a way to start as they will take on the number 20th ranked team in the country, the Midshipmen of Navy. Hello everybody, I'm Jeffrey Orman with a very special guest commentator, a graduate of the United States Naval Academy, and we talked about doing a game together, and I'm going to tell you something right now. What a better way to get this thing started than to having Mike Kuipers with me in the broadcast area. He is the father of the goalie for Air Force, A.J. Kuipers. Mike, welcome. This ought to be a dandy.
Absolutely, Jeff. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a true honor. I've been a lifelong water polo fan, and a great opportunity right now to watch Air Force sink Navy again.
Last year, of course, they won at Annapolis 11-7. They are playing for the coveted Freedom Vase. And why is it called the Freedom Vase? Well, it was something that the coaches came up with. Instead of playing for the Vase, which sounds pretty bland, they decided they would call it the Freedom Vase. This is the first year that it has been renamed. And Michael, I don't care if you're playing water polo, baseball, or shooting marbles. Anytime you've got Air Force and Navy together, you're going to have a match.
Absolutely, Jeff. And anytime really you have service academy rivalries going against one another, you're going to have the electric energy that we're going to feel here tonight. So super forward, looking forward to having this be a game where everything is left out in the pool.
I'll tell you right now, Mike, you saw last year's match in which Air Force won 11-7 in Annapolis. You've seen the team play. They're 7-3 on the year. What do you look for tonight? What do you look for from Navy? What do you look for from Air Force?
Yeah, well, Air Force has done a great job in the last two tournaments. Bruno Classic going 4-2, and then taking that next weekend to the Inland Empire and going 3-1. If you listen to Coach Brown, and just from a personal observation, I think the Air Force team looks really great. They've got their offense moving well, and certainly defensive pressure has been the key to success for them over the last 10 games. On the Navy side, you're going to find a team that plays very similarly, right? You got a very similar pool of players. They're going to be aggressive in the pool, backed up by their key players, number 12, Michael Heller, number 5, Jake Altmaier, who's also the captain, and number 10, center Hayden Kahn. So I think you'll see a lot of the similar type of play, and that's what makes this game so great.
Luis Nicolau in his 5th season at the United States Naval Academy. He's the all-time leading scorer at Annapolis. He's been at this game for 24 seasons, and he has never had a losing season. For Air Force, it is Ryan Brown. This is his 5th year at Air Force, and Mike, he's got a little incentive tonight. He has not talked about it at practice. I'm not sure he's talked about it at all this week, but should he beat Navy tonight, this will be Ryan Brown's 50th career victory at the Air Force Academy.
Awesome.
From the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy, I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with Mike Kuipers, as we are getting the teams set into the respective bench areas. Let's run down the starting lineups for the Air Force Academy Falcons. In the goal tonight is A.J. Kuipers. The field will consist of Grant Snyder, number 2, Ian Christie, number 4, number 9, Jackson Carter, Cole Copperrood at number 10, Kaido Ham at number 15, and Colin Chase will be at 18. For the Naval Academy, it'll be Caden Capobianco who'll start in goal. Number 5, Jake Altemeyer. Number 9, Graham Linder. Number 10, Hayden Kahn. Number 12, Malcolm Heller. We'll be talking about him, I'm sure, quite a bit. Will Clark, one of the team captains, will be at number 15, and Peter Hillen will be wearing number 16. The Naval Academy just to our right in the red, white, and blue caps with the star on the top. They'll be moving from right to left. I would guess with the Air Force Academy, they have two pretty good sprinters, Mike, and Grant Snyder. He, of course, every time he wins a sprint, he just moves up into the record book. He's got about 60 goals already this year. We'll check that fact. And also Ian Christie, so they can interchange on the sprinters.
Absolutely, yeah. You'll see most likely Grant Snyder on the sprint. He's 16-1 right now. Good for, I think, second in NCAAs on sprints right now.
Make a correction here. Grant Snyder, 44 goals and 16 assists for 60 points. That's what I meant in the beginning. But he has a little help with Ian Christie, 24 goals, 28 assists, 52 points. Michael Heller, 14 goals and 4 assists for 18 points for the midshipman. And for Caden Capobianco in the cage for Navy, 63 saves on the year, 49% average. And A.J. Kuipers, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, and Dad, you would know better than I would, I think. I think he's got a 54% save percentage, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he's doing all right this year, looking good in the cage. And, you know, I have to say, Jeff, we have some quality players on the Air Force team, 3 that are nationally ranked right now in the NCAA's top scorers of last week. Grant Snyder, top scorer. Ian Christie, top assist leader, and A.J. Top saves leader in the goal.
All right, here we go. The time for talk is over. Here is the opening sprint. Ball in the water, Air Force controls. And as you can tell, the fans here are in full throat. Mike, you wouldn't want it any other way.
Absolutely, yeah. Full packed house, that's what you want. Electric nature of this game. You want them to hear you.
And here is Air Force on the attack. The cadet wing, members of the cadet wing are here. Ball is knocked away, and Navy gets its first offensive possession of the game.
Yeah, Air Force was looking to try to get that inside, but Navy doing a good job covering down on the whole set. And a steal from behind. Ball now inside.
And there is a whistle. It'll just be a turnover, I think.
That was an ordinary foul against Navy. I mean, yep. So up against Air Force and Navy ball.
And there is a shot. A.J. Kuipers with a big save. They're going to need a lot of that tonight. I think this could come right down to the final quarter and maybe even the final seconds.
Yeah, you'll see that. It'll be a tight game. It was last year for sure. And both these goalies, quality goalies, Caden Capobianco got Defensive Player of the Week last year for Mid-Atlantic.
Air Force trying to go down low, a double team by Navy. We're going to get our first exclusion. And Air Force will have its first shot at a power play. Copperrood to the right side. To Christie. Up top they go. Ian looking like he wants to move in position. He's a left-hander. And we have another whistle. Navy leads in this series 23-10, but Air Force has won the last 2 meetings. As we told you a little bit earlier, 11-7 at Annapolis last year.
So a stoppage of play right now, Jeff. Coach Nicolau of Navy, pointing out to the refs, shot clock wasn't going down on that 6-on-5, so they're reducing some of the time. down from 28 seconds down to 13. So Air Force will have 13 seconds left on this 6-on-5 power play.
We are scoreless, 6:05 in the first period. Air Force and Navy, the home opener for the Falcons in the 2022 season. If you were with us last year, a phenomenal home record, 8-0. First time in school history they've been undefeated at home. And I hope I didn't jinx that. Pulling a no-hitter, I think. Right? All right, we're about ready to start play. Air Force will be in possession. There's Ian Christie. They go up top. Cole Copperrood waving the ball around. He tries to skip it, and it is going to be for naught as Capobianco will pick it up, and here comes Navy on the attack for their second offensive series.
Yeah, this will be an important part of this game is how well each team does on the 6-on-5 power plays. Much more opportunity this year to where you're going to see that 6-on-5. So the team that comes out on top on the 6-on-5 often is the team that will win the game.
I think that's going to be a very big factor tonight, Mike, is going to be the power play. There's a shot and a score, and Navy leads 1-0. Michael Heller, we talked about him at the pregame, and he puts the midshipmen up 1-0.
Yeah, unfortunate little misdirection there off a attempted field block by number 10, Cole Copperrood. Just moved the ball enough, AJ couldn't quite get to it.
We are in the first quarter. First of a 12-game homestand for Air Force, and I can't recall the last time that ever happened. Rare classic tomorrow, but I think it'd be safe to say, Mike, that this will be a real springboard for the rest of the weekend, for sure. There's a shot by Christie. Oh, did he let fly with a bomb, and it's tied at 1.
And a beautiful shot by number 4, Ian Christie, the lefty on the team, who loves those upper corners. Very, very hard for the goalies to get there. If we see that from Ian tonight, it'll be very good for Air Force.
Substitution coming in the pool now for the Falcons. And I imagine we will see quite a bit of that tonight.
Yeah, that's number 6, Sam Delacruz, coming in for 18, Colin Chase.
So Sam gets lathered up in this Navy match. Here's a pass off to the right side. Working the right side of the cage, or the left side of the cage if you're in the goal. We are tied at 1. We are in the first quarter. They play for the Freedom Vase tonight. Another good play.
That shot by number 5, Jake Altmaier, captain for the Navy team, one of their top scorers. You'll be seeing him shoot quite a bit.
1-1 is the score. Here's the outlet pass to Ian Christie. Another whistle. Foul called, I think, on Navy. Here's Cole Copperrood. He works the right side of the net. They try to get inside. They shoot. Air Force scores, but is it going to count?
It's not going to count. Unfortunately, Jeff, number 6 there, Sam Delacruz, was inside the 2. So a 2-meter violation goes the other way.
Very similar to soccer and offsides. Navy on the attack, tied at 1. 4:02 left to play in the first quarter. The Falcons and the midshipmen of Navy, could you ask for a better home opener? I think not. There's a shot, it's off the post. Long rebound.
Yeah, that shot was taken inside the 6-meter and wasn't able to shoot, so it was a turnover on Navy this time, the Air Force ball.
Air Force looking like they want to run the fast break, Mike, as they get it off to Ian Christie. He's been pretty much the man they go to on the offensive series.
Yeah, Air Force had a little bit of an advantage here in the rare air, so to speak, in Colorado, and a steal by the goalie, number 1, Capobianco.
Well, Capobianco showing he's not afraid to get his nose in there. And here come the midshipmen of Navy. They took a 1-0 lead. Air Force tied it at 1. That's where we are. 3:12 left to play in the opening quarter. Falcons and the Naval Academy meeting for the 34th time. Goes back to 1985. That shot skips wide of the net. Air Force ball.
Yeah, good field block by number 2, Grant Snyder there. And both teams, having to shoot it from the outside so far. defense covering down on center.
Brent Snyder with a pass down on the left side. A lot of white water there, and we're going to have a whistle.
That's another exclusion against Navy and another 6-on-5 opportunity for Air Force.
Should be the second one of the game if my stats are correct. And here is Air Force trying to take advantage. This is Ian Christie. They want to set up. I think they wanted to go down the post, but here's a skip shot. That's going to go wide right, and it's going to be Navy ball. And full strength.
There's a redirect there by Sam Delacruz to number 10, Cole Copperwood. Tried to get it around, but unsuccessful there in a counterattack. Good work by number 12, Michael Heller of Navy there to draw the exclusion. Quick on the turnaround, and Navy with its first opportunity at a power play.
As I mentioned before, this could be a very big factor in the game. There's a shot blocked by A.J. Kuipers. Oh, man.
That was huge, Jeff.
I think he knows Dad is working with me tonight. He says, I better put on a show. I did talk to him yesterday, and we had a real nice visit. And yesterday at practice, one of the things the Falcons were working on, Mike, was the 6-on-5. That was a long bomb by Christie, but it goes awry. Tied at 1. We're at the 1:38 mark here in the first period. Navy moving from right to left. As you've probably discerned by now, here's a whistle, right side. Let's see if they try to go down low. They will. Here comes A.J. Kuipers, and he says, excuse me, I'll take that.
Yeah, interception by number 4, Ian Christie. It's so important for the goalie, I tell you, to rely on your defense, and Ian's one of the best ones here.
Fast break for the capless Falcon. Shot, and he scores!
Great turnaround opportunity for Air Force there after a steal. Number 10, Cole Copperwood on the counter, taking it all the way, being patient with it and put it into the corner. Air Force goes up by 1.
Massive substitutions coming in for both sides now, as we have 64 seconds remaining in the opening period. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers. A pleasure to have you with us at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Navy ranked 20th in the country, 4-3 on the season. And they've got the ball, and here comes a little pressure defense by the Falcons. It's stolen by Christie. Christie, I think, waiting for the rest of his teammates to catch up. Now he says, hey, if they're going to fall off of me, I'll take a shot. It's off the cage. Rebound. Air Force, they've got it.
Ian tried to go with the lob. He knew that he had Dylan Sinclair on the other side, even if on a rebound that Air Force would pick it up, and that's exactly what happened, Jeff.
Probably, in talking to water polo goalies, they hate the lob. They hate it. Willie Shell, I think, checking into the game for Air Force. Navy will have the ball. We have about 22 seconds left to play in the first period.
That ball intended for number 8, Jacob Yee, on the cross, but defended well by Navy, who pushed the ball out of bounds. So Navy ball at the remaining seconds in the first period here.
6 seconds to go. Will Navy get a shot off? 2, 1. There's the shot. AJ has it, and that's how we close out period number 1. Air Force 2, Navy 1. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. At the Cadet Natatorium, we have completed the first quarter of play. Air Force and Navy. I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with Mike Kuipers. Mike, your evaluation of the first quarter, what did you see?
Well, it's kind of what we expected, Jeff. Both teams really want this game, and both teams similar playing styles. It's going to be a tough match either way and a close scoring game here. So score reflects that, certainly 2-1 thus far in the first period.
I'm trying to see if it's going to be Grant Snyder on the second quarter sprint, and it will be. And for Navy, unfortunately, I can't see his cap as the light from the shot clock is kind of blocked out the number there. Folks, as I look around the natatorium, I think you'd have to have a shoehorn to get somebody in here. The fans just to our left, that's the Air Force section. We've got members of the cadet wing to our right. The bird has arrived. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal here. Here we go, second quarter sprint. Air Force won the first quarter sprint. Let's see if it will replay itself. It will be indeed. Grant Snyder getting his second sprint victory of the match. And as we said a little bit earlier, with every sprint victory that Grant gets, he goes further and further up the career chart. He'll be trying to chase down Mike Miller, and I think that's going to be Mike, I think, the all-time sprint leader here at the United States Air Force Academy, and he was amazing if you ever had a chance to see him play.
And that pass a little long, intended for number 10, Cole Copperwood, on the back door. Cole looking for an exclusion, but because that pass was so long, he didn't get it. But it doesn't matter. Air Force just steals the ball on the other side, and a long pass, beautiful by number 1, A.J. Kuipers on the assist.
Grant Snyder with
there it is.
Goal.
Fantastic play by Air Force there, Jeff. Taking advantage of a steal right away on the counterattack.
45th goal of the year for Grant Snyder. What a career he has had here at Air Force.
Absolutely. Grant, two-time All-American 2020 and 2021.
Pass going a little bit errant. Navy will maintain. Another steal for Air Force. You got to hand it to the defense tonight, Mike. They're playing very well.
Yeah, as I was saying, Jeff, this is something Air Force has done really well. When they provide defensive pressure, it creates offensive opportunities.
Jackson Carter, I think, looking for number 4. That, of course, is Ian Christie. They're at the top of the goal. They shoot, and it's going to be knocked away.
That shot from up top by number 13, Larson McCarroll.
Going to have a timeout called by Navy, and we'll take one as well. 6:38 left to play in the first half. Air Force 3, Navy 1. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Our defense is playing marvelous.
Yeah.
Okay. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium. You see the time remaining in the second quarter and the score. Unofficially, Mike, we have A.J. Kuipers with 4 saves, but you say the assists have also been very, very big for the Falcons tonight.
Yeah, that last assist on the counterattack was perfectly placed to Grant Snyder, allowing Air Force to get up by 1. 3-1 now the score.
Navy trying to cut that deficit down. This is the biggest lead for Air Force so far in the match. Navy trying to set something up. Are they going to go to the post? Nope, they're going to try for the wing, a lob, and it's going to be a little long, but Navy still gets it. 12 on the shot clock. 8 now. They settle it. Knocked away by Air Force. A.J. Kuipers recovers.
Yeah, great defense by Air Force again. That time, number 15, Kaito Ham, taking it away after a post pass in. And exclusion now on the other side. So Air Force with another opportunity for a power play.
They're going to be very patient again. This is what they worked on in practice yesterday, the 6-on-5. And I think we have a timeout called by Air Force. It will come with 5:53 left to play before the intermission. Air Force leading it by the score of 3-1. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Jeffrey Orman, Mike Kuipers from the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Mike, so far, defense. I think that's pretty safe to say.
Absolutely, yeah. 5 steals for Air Force right now, creating more opportunities on offense. The more time you can be on offense, the more opportunities you have to put that ball in the goal. So I wouldn't be surprised right now. I don't know what the stats are, but offensive time certainly has gone Air Force's way thus far in the game.
Trying to catch a look at some of the midshipmen that are in the pool. I've got number 12, Michael Heller, no surprise there. Nathan Duche, I hope I pronounced that name correctly. No change in the goal, it's still Capobianco. And let's see how Air Force is going to counter. Christie is back in the pool. Also, it looks like, if I'm reading that cap right, Dylan Sinclair now makes an appearance. They'll throw in the backwater to David Brown. And here come the Falcons, leading it by 2 goals, 3-1, 5:48 left to go here in the first half. Ian Christie taking the pass on the right side, right back to him. They seem to want to feed him quite a bit, Mike.
Yeah, Ian's got a great shot. Now back even again goes Air Force.
Navy gets a break there. They were down a man, got full strength, make the steal, might have a one-on-one here. Navy trying to cut it to a 3-2 match. There's a shot and a score in the corner.
Yeah, it was a great play by Navy on the counterattack there. Really took advantage of that dropped pass on the 6-on-5. And Capobianco with a nice pass to number 21 of Navy, who took it all the way. Air Force on the defense, keeping their hands up, trying to not draw the exclusion. 21 doing a great job getting it past AJ.
Chris Kim gets the score, and he'll get a breather on the side of the pool. 3-2 now in favor of the Falcons. Ian Christie with the ball out on the right side. I'll tell you what, you take a look down low in the center position. It's getting a little physical down there, folks. I'm telling you right now. Well, what would you expect? I mean, here we go.
Yeah, that center position being covered pretty well by both defenses, so you're seeing a lot of shots from the outside.
Here is Christie, and they're pushing him out towards the center of the pool. They try to go down low, 50-50 ball. Who's got it? It's going to be a turnover to Air Force. Now they get it back, and I think we're going to get a foul. Christie, I think,
That was a great job by number 6, Sam Delacruz.
And Delacruz couldn't get the shot. Delacruz was pushed under the water. They have an exclusion. Air Force definitely leads in the man-up advantage. Here comes Air Force out to pressure. Of course, we have the grandstand referees going to work now. Here is Navy trying for the equalizer here in the second period. Mike, are you surprised that, well, we'll talk about that here in a bit. Down low they go. Taken away by Air Force. Another turnover. The defense coming up big again. Mike, are you surprised it's a low-scoring affair like it is right now?
Not at all, Jeff. If it's single digits, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It was 11-7 last year. You're going to see another really tight game here.
Well, you certainly have to sing the praises of the Air Force defense. And I'll tell you what, both of these teams really battling it out.
Yeah, Air Force really needs to figure out 6-on-5. They've had a lot of opportunities here and haven't put one in yet.
They try that one on. Nice block in the goal. Air Force gets the rebound, but a good block in the goal by Navy. Skip shot, no.
Skip around by number 8, Jacob Yee. No touch and goes back to Navy.
Caden Capobianco making a nice play down there. Here comes Navy on the attack. They'll try for the equalizer with 3:23 left to play before the intermission.
Yeah, Capobianco, a big factor in this game for Navy. Had some key blocks here in the second period.
There's a shot and they score and they get the equalizer. It's tied at 3. Navy coming back from a 2-goal deficit and they tied it up.
Lots of substitutions on both teams right now, Jeff. Navy doing a good job the last few possessions, providing opportunities. One off a counterattack, and that was a near side shot. AJ with the hand on it, but couldn't quite get it all the way through.
Well, here we go. Brand new game.
Brand new game, yes, sir.
Navy took the lead. Air Force countered. 2-goal lead, and Navy has come right back to tie it at 3 apiece.
7th opportunity on the 6-on-5 here for Air Force.
Go down low, blocked by, good field block by Navy. Comes right back to Air Force. 28 seconds on the shot clock as they rewind. Down low, they score!
Great shot off the post there by number 18, Colin Chase. That's really what we want to be doing, is getting that ball on the post. And of course, the assist by number 4, Ian Christie. No surprise there.
I think that's the first time we've had a score from the post position, have we not, Mike? 4-3 in favor of Air Force. 4 different players have scored for Air Force thus far. And here is Navy at the top of the post. Ball to foul. Navy will continue to maintain the ball. It's just one of those games where nobody wants to make too many mistakes. Somebody coming up from behind to try to strip the ball, but they got it away in time. There's a shot. It's off the post, and it's going to go out of play. Air Force ball. Fast break, and it looks like it's Snyder. Lob, and it's going to go! Is it going to break the plane? It will not! Oh, what a break! Oh, I'll tell you, that was dramatic.
Yeah, another great assist pass by AJ to number 2, Grant Snyder on the counter. Goalie came way out. Grant with a great opportunity on an open goal. Just couldn't get it enough to float in.
I think the biggest thing was everybody was holding their breath to see if it would break the plane. Boy, that was wild. Air Force really packing it down low.
A 6-on-5 here for Navy.
Shot. And they tie it again. Navy ties it. Jake Altmaier.
Jake Altmaier, number 5, ties it up, captain. Interesting. As soon as he shot that goal, he pointed to the Air Force crowd and wanted them to quiet down. I don't think they're going to do so, Jeff.
We got, as we mentioned, the cadet wing sitting behind us, members of the cadet wing. The women's volleyball team, which will be getting in action about 45 minutes from right now. They're having a good year. 7-2. They play DU.
Ordinary foul called, Air Force ball. And ref calls the ball out.
Thought Navy might be calling a timeout, but not as the case. Hayden Kahn, Christie. Larson McCarroll will make a corrections. Cole Copperwood, number 10. Christie. Looks like almost the entire starting lineup back in. Cole Copperwood, he has a goal tonight. Lob pass. Christie off to the left side, pumping that ball around. 25 on the shot clock, no reason to rush. Shot off the top of the crossbar, right back to Air Force. Jackson Carter with a touch. Ian Christie, he tries for his second goal and it's knocked away. Nice play by Caden Capobianco.
That ball skipping over the cage. Good job by Air Force getting that ball passed around. Just couldn't quite get it into the post.
Rory Biggin with a touch as he went off to the left side. Try to center it. Tied at 4. A low-scoring affair to be sure. Some good defense on both sides of the pool tonight. Navy trying to go down low. The center turns and fires. Try to get the goal. Was that Altmaier again? Is that his second goal of the day?
That was center number 10, Hayden Kahn. Navy up by 1.
Navy with a 2-goal run, and this is the first lead they've had since they went up 1-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the first shot from the center set position for either team.
Air Force, this is Ian Christie with the touch. Cole Copperwood now with the ball. Man, this is nuts. Pass down low. Navy will get it on the exchange.
Just 4 seconds left here in the half.
And they're going to try a pass the length of the pool. That is it. Navy leads at the intermission by the score of 5-4. We'll take a look at some statistics and talk about the first half when we return right after this. Navy leading Air Force 5-4 for the Freedom Vase. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Getting ready to start the second half as Navy leads Air Force by the score of 5-4. We want to extend a birthday greeting to a member of the Air Force Academy women's swim team. All I got was her first name, Mason. And so happy birthday, Mason, from your classmates at the United States Air Force Academy. It's hard to hear anything in here, Mike. I almost feel like I'm in Seattle at the field there with the football game going on.
Absolutely, Jeff, but this is what you want. You want the crowd to be pumped up. You know the boys in the pool are pumped up for this game, and the score reflects that 5-4, just 1 goal difference. No more than 2 goal difference in this game so far. Navy doing a great job in the second period, kind of figuring out some of Air Force's offense.
All right, here we go with the second half sprint. We'll try to recap the scoring. Navy moving left to right. This time they get the sprint to start the third quarter. Navy has led 1-0 and now 5-4. Christie is in the pool. Snyder back in the pool. Navy in possession. This is Air Force we're speaking of right now. Navy working the ball left to right. This is number 12, Michael Heller. A.J. Kuipers with a block and a long rebound out to Grant Snyder out on the left side.
Yeah, another exclusion in transition against Navy as well. This will be the 8th. Air Force so far just 1 for 7.
There's a shot in the corner.
Make that 2 for 8. That by number 15, Kaido Ham from up top into the corner. So definitely one of the stories of this game. The number of exclusions. Navy has 8, and Air Force has converted on 2 of those. Just 3 exclusions against Air Force, but Navy has converted on 2 of those.
5th different player to score for Air Force. Christie, Snyder, Copperrood, Chase, and now Ham. Have an exclusion now. Navy has an opportunity. There's a shot off the pole. Tough break for the midshipman. Ball is loose. Comes up with Air Force. AJ picks it up.
Yeah, a little help from the post on that one. Wide open on the goal. AJ was trying to get back over. Navy player hits the post and Air Force recovers.
We mentioned Air Force with 5 different scores. Navy as well. Don't want to take your eyes off the action too much. You might miss something here. Navy has had goals from Michael Heller, Chris Kim, Rory Began, and now a go-ahead score by Air Force. It's now 6-5. I don't think the head coach of Navy liked that at all. I think he's appealing to the referee. Now he walks back and says, all right, play on.
Yeah, he said he was holding his arm, but a great pass in by number 10, Cole Copperroot, to 18, Colin Chase from the center. That's the second goal for Colin Chase from the center, so nice job.
Colin Chase will get a breather to our right. Navy has gotten a goal from Jake Altemeyer as well. And Hayden Kahn, and I think we're all caught up. Back and forth we go, 6-5 Air Force. It has been tight all the way. The biggest lead has been a 2-goal advantage for Air Force, but Navy covered it. Down low they go to the center. It's a triple team. It's a takeaway. It's number 5. Who grabs it? Jake Dixon. They go down to the opposite end of the pool. Well, Mike, it's pretty much a continuation. The defense has been the story.
Absolutely, yeah. A little long on that pass, and Capobianco recognizes it, comes out and get it. Unfortunately, after a nice steal by Air Force, it goes back Navy way.
Navy is 20th in the country coming into this match tonight. Snyder with a steal. A.J. Kuipers will set up. Is it going to go long or short, Mike?
Absolutely. Both teams doing a great job on defense so far in this third period.
Christie trying to draw the foul. See, backs up. Now throws to the right side, a little long.
They'll have an open shot inside, or Navy just covered it down again on the center. Number 5, Jake Dixon in on the center for Air Force.
They may take a look here, lob, and it's off the top of the goal. Capobianco will retrieve it. 4:54 left to play in period number 3. 6-5 Air Force over Navy. They play for the Freedom Vase tonight. Air Force won it last year 11-7 at Annapolis. And as you said, Mike, a little bit earlier, this game is very similar to the one last year.
Yeah, that was a 6-on-5 for Navy after the exclusion, but an intercepted pass by number 10, Cole Copperroot, and again, steal. Air Force way ahead in the steals column.
Jackson Carter trying to draw the foul. Carter was set up. I think they're waiting for people to get into position. Grant Snyder, Christie. Christie has a goal tonight. Looking off to the right side. Try to center it down low. Oh boy, I'll tell you, it is getting rough down there.
Yeah, Navy was already taken off there. Foul called.
And the shot clock expires. It'll go to the midshipman.
So spread all over the pool now as Navy tries to get set up. Offensive foul called in the middle of the pool. Air Force ball.
Air Force trying to convert. Carter, they have a man open. One-on-one. Here's the shot, maybe. There it is. Score. Another one-on-one. Cole Copperroot with his second goal of the night.
Yeah, that came right off an offensive foul call. Always dangerous in the middle pool as both teams are in transition. You're going to inevitably have somebody open. Air Force doing a great job recognizing that opportunity. One on nobody. Air Force comes out on top.
And for the second time tonight, the Falcons have a 2-goal lead. And that means absolutely nothing. 50-50 ball. Let's see what we have. Back to Navy. 3:53 in the third quarter. Ball is loose. It's picked up by Air Force. It's going to be taken by Jackson Carter. Jackson swims up to the left side of the pool. Goes to the left side, the right side. "15 seconds on the shot clock."
Coach Ryan Brown calling for patience by Air Force.
Down low, a nice knock away. Good hands. I think Capobianco got his right hand on it and knocked it away. He's had a solid game in the goal tonight.
Absolutely, great block by Capobianco to from number 2 Grant Snyder. It was really the only place he could go, but Capobianco recognized that.
Trying to go down low.
Exclusion called. Navy power play and a timeout.
And I believe it is going to be Ryan Brown who calls the timeout. It comes with 3:08 left to play in period number 3. Falcons lead it by 2. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision.
So that was Navy with the timeout.
Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers in this madhouse called the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. The Air Force, this is the biggest lead they've had. They've had a 2-goal lead twice in this match. And as we mentioned, Navy has come right back.
This time with a 4-goal swing by Air Force, though. Neither team going to want to give up this game, Jeff.
Navy in possession with the ball. Air Force packing it down low. Try to go to center, and they score. Connor Simpson scores.
Yeah, another player for Navy with his first score, and that goal right from the center. Not the place you want to be shooting from if you're on defense. Certainly the place you want to be shooting from if you're on offense on a 6-on-5, right in front of the cage.
Connor Simpson with his first goal of the match. It's been very balanced throughout this entire game. Simpson becoming the 6th different player to score for the midshipmen. 2:30 left to play in period number 3. Air Force in possession. Christie with the ball. They try to go down low. A lot of white water in the center. The shot rather wide left, and Navy will have a chance to tie it on this trip up the pool.
Yeah, and they'll do that on a power play. Another exclusion in transition. That'll be the 7th against Air Force. Now, a few more exclusions going Navy's way.
There's a shot blocked by Kuipers. It's a battle for the ball. 50-50 ball. Air Force has it, I think.
Great block by AJ there. And good job by number 4, Ian Christie, on the recovery.
Colin Chase now enters the fray. Everybody at full strength, I do believe.
Navy's done a good job on limiting goals from number 2, Grant Snyder.
Long shot, and he scored! Just about time expired, and Air Force scored. Christie with the goal.
Navy knows the scouting report, double teaming Grant Snyder. But, when you do that, it opens up other players. And number 4, Ian Christie, taking advantage of that. The lefty putting it past Capobianco. And Air Force takes the lead, 8-6.
We talked about this at the top of the show, Mike. Grant Snyder, he's the guy that seems to be getting, but you cannot leave Ian Christie alone. He has got 2 goals tonight for the Falcons. And another 2-goal lead for Air Force. Oh, man. I'm going to need a cold shower after this one. I'm telling you right now, this has been nuts. Great crowd on hand, as you would expect. They go down low. And a whistle.
Ordinary foul there, no exclusion. A good pressure.
Navy, shot in the corner.
By number 11.
Even Pang.
Great shot, upper corner, really hard to defend against. Air Force doing a good job on the pressure for most of that offensive possession, just breaking down right at the end.
I'll tell you what, you don't think this game means something to the midshipmen every time they score. They let the fans here at Air Force know about it.
Yeah, that's totally true. They're outnumbered in the stands, but
there's an attempt for that one comes off the cage. It's going to be a turnover to Navy.
Wow, missed opportunity there. Shot by number 15, Kaido Ham, on a back door. He was all alone. Tried the skip, just a little bit too much energy.
What did we say earlier? A 2-goal lead means nothing in this match, and they have an opportunity here. It's going to be a ball under, and A.J. Kuipers will reset the offense. Mike, is it my imagination? It looks like Air Force is not running the fast break like they did in the first half, and I have to believe that's by design. Backhander! He got it! He got it! Oh, I thought that was out! Are you kidding?
Jeff, that was amazing. That was a backhand for number 18, Colin Chase, and that gives him the hat trick for tonight. Colin Chase, freshman, who's starting for Air Force, calling from Visalia, California.
And as you say, Mike, it is the hat trick, and I don't think you'll see a prettier one than you saw right there.
Yeah.
What a backhand. I thought it was out. I thought it was out. And you don't think this is amping up the crowd? Listen to him.
Just 15 seconds left into the third period. Air Force with a 2-goal lead now after that beautiful backhand by number 18, Colin Chase.
That is going to be a highlight shot right there. That has got to make the highlight reel. Navy trying to battle back once again from a 2-goal deficit. I almost lost my notes in the crowd. And that is going to do it, I think. Just as time almost expires, Navy counters with a goal.
Yeah, the Air Force defense caught sleeping there right at the end, thinking that it was going to be over with just 15 seconds. Beautiful shot by number 15, Will Clark, on the Navy side. Puts it back low, and Navy pulls the lead to within one.
And so, at the end of 3, Air Force leads Navy by the score of 9-8. Back with the final quarter. Make sure your seat belts are fastened and your tray tables are in an upright and locked position. This is going to be good. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Getting ready for the final quarter. Air Force and Navy. And Mike, during the break you were telling me this is very similar to the game they had at Annapolis last year.
Yes, Jeff, and both teams going back and forth last year. Super exciting game. In fact, I would venture to say this was maybe the exact score that they had at the end of the third last year. And Air Force put it away in the fourth. Hopefully they'll be able to do so again this year.
Here we go with the fourth quarter sprint. Air Force leads in that department 2-1. This is the final quarter, but I'm not sure it will be.
It's going to be a battle, Jeff, just like it's been all game.
I think they got to reset the clock. They were starting the clock before the sprint. Now the official will walk over and make sure that everything is in order.
Jeff, both teams, like I said, really want this. Not only is it a Service Academy rivalry, but this is the 35th meeting between Navy and Air Force, and Navy has a lead in that series, 23-11. Air Force wanting to close that gap for sure and keep the base.
This is a rivalry that goes back to 1985. And as you mentioned, Mike, it's been pretty much the midshipmen that have owned it. Oh, what a match this has been. Here we go with the fourth quarter sprint. Air Force moving right to left. Ball is in the water. It's a battle for it, and Air Force has it. Grant Snyder, who's had 3 wins tonight. Now it's just I think you just have to be patient. Don't make any silly mistake. There's a shot in the corner. It's Christie. Another bomb.
Oh, Jeff, that was a classic comeback there by Air Force. Number 4, Ian Ian Christie catching the goalie unaware, just like Navy did against Air Force at the end of that third period. That's a couple of goals for Ian Christie as well.
Oh, man. 9-8 is the score. Air Force is on top. Navy trying to counter. A.J. Kuiper says, not tonight, folks. Once we get the stats, I think A.J.'s going to have a lovely sheet when it's done. It has definitely been a defensive battle tonight, and that man in the goal, number 2 for Air Force, or number 1 for Air Force, has certainly been the story. A lob, and it's a little high. You don't want to wander away too far, folks, because it has just been a tremendous match. We anticipated this at the beginning, and it has lived up to expectations. A number 20 team in the country, the Midshipmen of Navy. They've been down by 2 goals. That's been their biggest deficit all night. They closed the gap once.
Offensive foul called against Air Force. Crowd not liking that. AJ with the block.
Punches it out. 50-50 ball. Still loose. And a whistle. Air Force has it.
Jeff, I'm noting that the score is still 9-8. I thought that was a score by number 4, Ian Christie.
I thought it was a 10-8 game unless they disallowed it.
And a beautiful block by Capobianco.
I think we'll have to check with that because I thought he hit the corner. I thought it was a goal for him too, but we'll check and see.
It might have been a 2-meter violation there, but a beautiful block by number 1, Capobianco.
We are trying to check.
5-meter penalty, Jeff. First 5-meter penalty of the game. Kind of surprised this is the first penalty of the game here in the 4th period, but Air Force will have an opportunity to go up by 2 here. Drawn by number 18, Colin Chase on the inside.
We have checked, and it is a 9-8 game. Apparently there was a 2-meter infraction, and now we'll see if they can make it 10-8. And it's a stop. You don't see very many of those, but Caden Capobianco comes up big for the Midshipmen.
Yeah.
They have a chance to tie.
He's had a fabulous game, Jeff. Really been a factor in this game.
Capobianco will have 1 more year at the Naval Academy. There's a shot knocked away by Kuipers. A.J. Kuipers says, Mr. Capobianco, if you can do it, I can do it.
That's
what a game.
A little battle of the goalies right now.
Yes, sir. You gotta love the way these 2 goalies are playing. Oh, mercy. Grant Snyder, who's had a goal tonight. Grant will turn the ball over.
Offensive foul.
For Navy, and they want to come on fast. Swimming up the pool, this is number 9, Graham Lidner. Navy trying to get the equalizer. You see the time remaining in the 4th quarter, and we're going to get a timeout, and I believe that came from Air Force, so we'll take one as well, or maybe Navy. It is Air Force. All right, timeout called by the Falcons. 9-8 the score with 5:06 left to play in regulation. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. you a father's son? Oh, you talked to him after games before. Oh, have fun. We have fun up here, Mike. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium. The Falcons lead at 9-8. Navy in possession of the ball. There's the shot. Kuipers with another stop. Ball is loose. Kuipers picks it up. Air Force will go on the offense. Grant Snyder is swimming down the left side of the pool, but I'm not sure he'll get the touch, which shows what I know. Snyder centering it to Ian Christie.
It's going to be a back and forth in this final. It's going to come down to who holds possession the most here. Defensive stops are key.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Capobianco knocks it away. I'll tell you, folks, the goalies have put on a clinic tonight.
New 30 for Air Force as that was tipped out by Capobianco. So Air Force has another opportunity on offense.
Air Force in possession of the ball, leading it by the score of 9-8. It has been an intense battle. Almost from the opening whistle. There's a shot on the score. It's Christie. This one is going to count.
And that time, that goal is good. Number 4, Ian Christie puts it where he likes to put it best, up in the upper corner. That's a hat trick for him, too.
Oh, man. Well, stop me if you've heard this one. Falcons with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they'd like to really increase that. 4 minutes left to play. Still a ton of time in water polo.
Kaido Ham exits the pool.
Almost a steal by Air Force there.
Navy with the ball. Ivan Pang holding it. I think he's being checked by Snyder. He is. It's knocked away by Snyder. 50-50 ball. And I think they're going to give it to Navy. Yes, they are. They go to the right side, trying to penetrate. Try to center it. Ball loose. Air Force has it. Christie. A.J. Kuipers picking it up. Here's the outlet pass. It's to Snyder. Does he have a look? He does. And it's knocked away by Capobianco. Oh, my goodness.
Another missed opportunity there, Jeff. Great job getting down the pool by Grant Snyder. Tried to put it over the head of Capobianco. He's too good to be able to recognize that.
Gaden Capobianco, 6'1", out of Laguna Beach. He is a second-classman at the Naval Academy. Oh, man. Battle down low. Ball loose. Back to A.J. Kuipers. 2:59 left to go. As you said, Mike, it's a ton of time in water polo.
Yeah, Air Force is going to slow the ball down here. You know, A.J. holding the ball, looking to use as much time as possible with a 2-goal lead. 3 minutes left to play. They're going to try to stretch out the offense.
Christie down low. Might have had a 2-meter.
That was an assist pass attempt on the back door to number 9 or number 8, Jacob Yee. A little too long, though.
Jake Altemeyer, who has a goal. They try to set something in the center.
Whoa.
We're going to have a grab, an exclusion. It's going to be one of the Falcons, so it's going to be an advantage to Navy. They'll have a chance to cut it to 1.
Yep. Another power play for Navy here. Air Force has done a good job in the last couple of possessions, but limiting these.
Shot. Score. Oh, no, it's a save by Kuipers. I beg your pardon. A.J. As you were on that last announcement, saved by A.J. Kuipers off to Christie. Here comes Christie. And as you say, Mike, I think they might start working the clock a little bit, even though there's a minute 42 left to go. A shot, it's off the side of the cage, and Navy will get it back.
Navy's going to press hard here. We got to make sure we got clean play. And exclusion called in the middle. 6-on-5 again.
Navy trying to cut it to 1, and they do with a rebound shot. Tommy McNew with the shot and the score.
This is a dangerous time right now, Jeff. 10-9, 1 minute 25 left to play. Navy has to keep the press on offense, get an insurance goal here, and then make sure they're not making any mistakes on defense.
I got a feeling, Mike, that young man wearing the #1 cap for Air Force is going to be big. He's had a sensational night. Falcons leading by only 1. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Air Force still maintains possession. I think you could say the same thing about Navy. Their goalie has just been outstanding. Capobianco.
Ball goes in, ordinary foul against Jake Dixon.
There's a shot, and it's a big one. Porter, I think.
That goal did not count, Jeff. That was inside the 6.
I thought they had it. I thought they had it. Here we go, a chance to tie. A lot of white water down there, and a shot on the score, and it's tied. Now, A.J. Kuipers, I think, is saying it. Was that inside the 2? He's protesting the goal.
The crowd not happy with that. That ball was a toss-up. Should have been a turnover called for Air Force.
And again,
Coach Brown with a yellow card a yellow card from the referee. 10-10, folks.
And for again, the Naval Academy comes back from a 2-goal deficit. 32 seconds left to go in regulation. Oh, baby. Here we go, a shot. It's knocked away. I think Capobianco might have gotten a hand on it. 27 ticks of the clock. Air Force still. Go back on D. I think we got a timeout called.
Air Force.
And it will be on the Falcons. 27 ticks of the clock. 10-10 is the score. They are playing for the Freedom Vase, and we'll be back. You are watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. .27 seconds left to go in regulation. Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers. Mike, the strategy here in the last 27.
Yeah, Air Force is going to try to take as much time as possible, try to get the last shot near the end of this offensive possession and prevent Navy from able to come back on offense.
Well, we've got all sorts of bodies entering the pool here. Snyder. And Ian Christie are in the pool. 27 seconds, here we go. A.J. Kuipers coming out from the goal. 19 seconds. Who's going to get the final shot? Work the right side. 7 seconds. 7 seconds to go. 4 seconds. Who's got it? We're going overtime.
That ball was a pass across intended for number 2, Grant Snyder. Navy knew that was coming, had him well covered, and we'll go into overtime, Jeff.
All right, and we're going to take a break so we can regroup. It's a pair of 10s up on the board. Air Force 10, Navy 10. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Well, folks, you didn't have anywhere to go on a Thursday night, did you? Of course you didn't. It's Air Force Navy, and we are going into overtime. 3 minutes, and we are tied at 10. Unofficially, and this is just by my unofficial count, the Navy midshipmen have come back 3 times from 2-goal deficits, and it is a tie game, which begs the question, Mike, who's got the momentum going into this overtime?
Yeah, it's going to be a reset here on these 2 3-minute periods, so both teams now going to start from 0. An exclusion called right away.
Oh, man.
First offensive possession for Navy, and it will be a power play, 6-on-5.
Little different when you're playing the midshipmen than it is when you're practicing against your teammates, folks. Wines fires, and it's off the cage. Once again,
that shot by number 2, Grant Snyder, hits the crossbar, hits the back of the goalie's head.
Bianco
doesn't quite get to the... Oh, that'll be a simulation call. That on number 15, I think. Yeah, that goes against Navy. A simulation call, Jeff, simulating some kind of a foul when there isn't one. That goes against the individual and the team as a whole. Next time anyone from Navy, has a simulation, that person will be ejected.
Navy attacking from left to right. We are in overtime. The shot knocked away, a field block. I think Ian Christie, they're giving Ian Christie the credit with the block.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, good block out by number 4. Defense is key here.
Pretty much man-to-man being played by Navy right now.
Air Force spread wide open. Ball inside now. And exclusion drawn. Number 18, Colin Chase.
I would think that Air Force has got the advantage in the man up, but I think they've only converted once, and that's just a guess on my part.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 out of 9 thus far. That's another one. That again off the post there, Jeff. That's the way you want to shoot the ball in a 6-on-5. Number 10, Cole Congaroo puts it away. That's a hat trick for him in this game too.
Well, you give it to the big gun and let him fire. And Ian Christie has had a night as well. The scoring for both of these teams has been very balanced, no doubt.
Nice move by number 12 of Navy. That's Heller, one of their top scorers.
First overtime.
Ball goes outside.
Falcons lead in it. First OT, there's a shot off the cage. I don't think he got it. The follow shot, they did get it. We gotta make sure though. Or did they wave it off?
Yeah, that's a tie up there on the secondary effort inside by number 11 of Navy. Great job holding on to the ball, turning, and in front of the cage. Hard to stop that. Navy pulls it even.
I was holding it because they didn't change the score right away. We've had a couple of those. We had Ian Christie called for a goal which was disallowed. 11-11. Absolutely nuts, folks. Here's a shot. They try to center. Shot blocked. Capobianco. 50-50 ball to score. It's Snyder. I think. Yes, Snyder.
That was beautiful by number 2, Grant Snyder. Capobianco with another huge save, but Grant doesn't let it alone. Grabs that ball, turns it around, puts it back into the cage.
Grant Snyder with the last 2 goals for the Falcons. Substitutions coming in for Air Force.
It'll be number 5, Jake Dixon. He'll play center.
Snyder's in there. Looks like Jacob Yee, I think, is also in the pool. Christie's in the pool for Air Force. And here come the midshipmen. Ball loose. Navy picks it up. 12 on the shot clock. They lob. It's a little long. Air Force will have it. 20 seconds in the overtime.
That was dangerous there, Jeff. Number 12, Heller had a drive going. If that pass had been on, that would have been a goal for Navy.
Turnover to Navy. Long outlet pass. AJ trying to get it. Ball is loose. AJ and one of the midshipmen having a little chat down there by the goal.
Yeah, that was as time was expiring in the first period there. It was an offensive turnover against Air Force. Navy threw the ball all the way down. AJ came out and a fight for that ball right there. The Navy player had a few words for AJ and got rolled for it.
It was Rory Bacon who had the chat. Rory Bacon is a freshman from Bakersfield, California. So we switch sides, and we're going to do it again. Another 3 minutes. And the Falcons lead at 12-11. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuiper is here at the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. The second overtime period with Air Force leading it by 1. Mike, I have some friends who have never seen a water polo match. I think we gave them a good one.
Absolutely, Jeff. It's been a battle from the start here. No surprise it went to overtime. Air Force with a slight advantage right now in the momentum with a 1-goal lead, 12-11. But 3 minutes, a lot of time left.
Air Force has won all but one sprint. Second overtime. The Falcons have it. Well, you keep hearing Grant Snyder's name as far as getting the sprints.
Yeah, Air Force is going to be looking to get some more insurance goals here. A 1-goal lead is not enough, as we've seen all game.
And from what we've seen, in this match, 2 seconds ago, he's going to have the fire. It's blocked.
Recovery by Air Force.
Fresh 30. Here we go.
Air Force will get another goal. Offensive opportunity there by number 18, Colin Chase, who gets the ball inside.
Here we go. Had an idea, maybe. Air Force maintaining possession, 13 on the shot clock, second overtime period. If you're joining us for the first time tonight, it has been well. The backhander, this one will not go. Capobianco says, I've seen that act before. Timeout call. 1:58 left to play in the second OT. Air Force 12, Navy 11 for the Freedom Vase. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Need it tonight. Oh, I think we're missing a man. There we go. I think one of the Navy players.
Strong defense, the kind of key to success right here. We got to get the stop every time Navy's down the field.
Danny Taylor in now for Air Force. For Navy, rather. Falcons leading it by 1 goal. They've led by as many as 2. Navy has covered it both times. Here's a shot knocked away by A.J. Kuipers again. A 50-50 ball. It's Air Force with the ball. Air Force in possession. A lot of time left in the OT.
Boy, there's some physicality going on in the pool right now, Jeff. Both of these players, both of these teams not wanting to give in.
Ryan Brown telling everybody, get back, get back, get back, get in a position. Here's a pass off to the right side. The cap has been removed. Navy head coach is pleading with the official for something. And the shot clock expires and Navy will have a chance to tie it again.
1 minute left, 1 goal lead. Navy's going to look to push it here. Again, strong defense. Cole Copper is going to need to get back down near side.
Cole Copper does a shot and it gets past A.J. Kuipers and we're tied again.
Number 10, Cole Copper, not able to get back down the length of the pool, and Navy converts. Number 13, Navy.
Oh my goodness, 55 seconds left to play in the second overtime. Navy has battled back most of the evening. They've had 2 leads in the match. Christie.
Air Force is going to have to keep pushing here. Got to use the most opportunity on offense. Get another insurance goal in there. Ball.
Pass off to the left side. Swimming towards the goal. There's a shot. Field block. Knocked away. Navy ball.
Shot from outside. Field block. Navy's turn. 27 seconds left, Jeff.
Navy will call a timeout. We are at 12. 24 seconds left to go. A quick timeout. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision.
With the last offensive possession and 24 seconds left on the shot clock, Air Force with a stop here, and it's going to go to golden goal overtime. But Navy is not going to give it in here.
Well, if you're Navy, who gets the last shot? You've got a million.
That's a foul call. That's big for Air Force. Air Force on offense now.
Head coach Nicolau doesn't believe it. 9 seconds left to go in the second OT. Well, folks, we have 9 seconds left to go in the second OT.
Oh my goodness, Jeff. So
we will not take a break.
No, we will not. that is exactly what Air Force wanted to do with the hard stop and the turnover. So they get the last shot here. 9 seconds left. Pulling in the goal and they win the game.
Well, of course, if it stays like this, we go to sudden death. Oh. Well, I'll say this. If you're a newcomer to water polo and you've never seen this game before, I don't think we could do any better than give you the match we have tonight. We really could.
Absolutely. We got the whole enchilada here, Jeff. All 4 quarters, hard play on offense and defense. The lead shifting 3 or 4 times between Navy and Air Force. No more than a 2-goal lead by either team. going to overtime, and here we are again, tied 12-12 in the second overtime, only 9 seconds left.
And suddenly the biggest play of the game may have been the turnover, Mike.
Yeah, it's definitely a key factor there. You want to finish the game on offense, give yourself an opportunity, and you can guarantee you Ryan Brown has given the team the play to make. We'll see what it turns out to be.
Bruce Kim is in now for Air Force. We've got Christie. Joey Shell, number 17, is in there. Well, folks, this could be it. Last guy to touch it. Here comes Corey Snyder. Who's going to get the shot? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Christie winds and it goes high. We're going to sudden death.
So they brought Grant Snyder in, gave him the goalie cap. That was a 7-on-6 for Air Force right there. But Navy doing a great job on covering down the open man. You can do that as of last year, bring another player in. It can be the goalie. You can go back past half tank. It can be on 7-on-6. Air Force, unfortunately, just comes up short on a shot over the cage by number 4, Ian Christie.
On the opposite end of the pool, sitting on a table, is the Freedom Vase. I doubt very seriously in a long time that we've had so much intensity for that little piece of hardware over there. The vase is symbolic, of course, of Navy Air Force. It is called the Freedom Vase. It was just the vase before, but as we told you at the top of the show, and that seems like 3 hours ago, the Freedom Vase was renamed because both teams said, we want to play for something that has meaning. They both agreed Freedom Vase is a perfect name for it, and Mike, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Oftentimes when you hear aircraft overhead, you hear that and people resound. That's the sound of freedom. Both these teams, hard-fought battle, and it's so encouraging to know, Jeff, that all of these players in the pool are going to be serving our nation here. Some of the seniors graduating here next spring, but all of these players going to be out there serving in the Navy and serving in the Air Force.
Some of these young men from Annapolis will obviously join the Marine Corps, and none of that matters now. Next goal wins.
Yeah, this is maybe a fitting end to this, and that both teams have battled back and forth. This is a golden goal, meaning that both teams, the first goal that goes in either side is going to win.
Mike, if Air Force, and so far they've won every sprint but one, if the Falcons get the sprint, how much of an advantage is that for them?
Well, it's everything. Obviously, you're on offense. You get the first shot at it. I'm pretty confident. Number 2, Grant Snyder, has won every sprint that he's been in all night. So, but you can guarantee that the fastest swimmers from both teams are going to be lining up right now.
If you're a Navy fan, every time Air Force touches the ball, you hold your breath. Likewise, if you're Air Force. Nobody has been able to break loose in this match tonight. Nobody. The goalies have been sensational. A.J. Kuipers for Air Force and Caden Capobianco for the Naval Academy. All right, here we go.
As expected, Jeff, it's going to be number 2, Grant Snyder, on the sprint.
Trying to see who's over there for Navy. I think if I'm reading the cap, well, that doesn't make sense. All right, here we go. It's academic now. Who's going to get it? The biggest sprint of the night. And they're going to do it again.
Oh, here we go. A toss-up. How fitting is that?
Well, of course. That makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, the drama. Air Force gets it.
And Air Force with the possession.
A score wins it. Copperroot. He's had a goal tonight. He winds. He shoots off the cage. Capobianco has it.
Copperroot looking for the goal. Just hits the crossbar.
Well, now it'll be A.J. Kuiper's turn at the other end of the pool. Unless the Falcons can get a turnover. Navy in possession. What are they going to try to do? There's a shot off the pipe. Air Force has it. Oh! Can you believe what you're seeing, Mike?
The post key on both of those shots. You can tell both teams going to take the first opportunity at a shot to solidify this win.
Here's Ian Christie. They try to settle it. They may have a look. Ball loose. Oh! And just by
that was a beautiful pass by none other than number 4, Ian Christie, assist leader in NCAA, to number 8, Jacob E. down low. Had the ball inside. That's a 5-meter penalty shot.
Well, you know who's going to take it. This for the game, folks. Grant Snyder. Yeah! Air Force wins it. Air Force wins 13-12 on a penalty shot. 1:48 left to go in the overtime. Air Force wins it 13-12. The Freedom Bars will remain at the Air Force Academy. What a finish. What a finish, Mike Kuipers.
Absolutely, Jeff. You couldn't have written a better script there with a 5-meter penalty at the end taken by number 2, Grant Snyder, the goal leader in the nation. He puts it away over the head of Caden Capobianco. Air Force with the win over Navy, 13-12.
The last 3 goals, Mike, have been scored by Snyder. The last 3, none bigger than what we saw here in the sudden death.
Yeah, when it comes down to the line, you give it to your best player, Grant Snyder. Not disappointing there at the end on the 5-meter penalty. But I tell you, Jeff, you got to hand it to Navy. They really played a hard game, all 4 periods, 2 periods of overtime, and right to that golden goal.
I salute the Naval Academy. I really do. Had to come back from 2 goal deficits. They did. It was a fight to the finish, and Grant Snyder wins it by the score of 13-12. Postgame coming up next. You're watching Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. Well, the Freedom Vase for the second year in a row. I'm bushed, man. I'll tell you right now. Goes to the United States Air Force Academy. We hopefully will have Ryan Brown, the head coach of Air Force, up here. And per your suggestion, Mike, we're going to have two valuable players. Obviously, the man that scored the sudden death goal, 13-12, Grant Snyder. But we got to go with AJ. We got to go with AJ. A sensational game in the pipes tonight. Your evaluation of what we saw. Wow.
Wow, absolutely. Wow is a great term. I've never seen a more exciting goal, a gameplay than what we saw tonight, Jeff. I mean, both teams really putting out maximum effort in the pool. It looked like, things were going Navy's way there at the end just to pull it even. They had the last opportunity on offense. That's what you want. And the offensive foul called, right? So 9 seconds left for Air Force. Air Force unable to do it because of Navy's defense, and we go to overtime. 2 3-minute periods, and both teams back and forth. Fantastic play, and both teams really to be commended.
Something that may have gone unnoticed in all the madness and the excitement that is Air Force Navy. Tonight's win by Air Force is Ryan Brown's 50th career. Yeah, Grant, and you. Yeah, we're doing a little hollering on mic here, folks. We're trying to get everybody situated. Not too many people. The natatorium's starting to clear, but boy, did the fans get their money's worth tonight.
Absolutely. I don't think he heard you say Grant as well.
Well, we'll see who shows up. We want Grant Snyder, and we certainly want A.J. Kuipers. We're going to get Ryan Brown up here and have him talk about his 50th career victory. Gee, no cardiac problems there.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo, what a game.
What a way to get 50 wins. And just a comment, this was a whole team effort, Jeff. I mean, by all players. Ian Christie doing what he does best on the assist. A hat trick himself. AJ between the pipes. Grant Snyder, the guy you want to go to at the end, right? 2-goal. 3 goals on the night and 4 with that final. There they raise the vase, Jeff.
There they go. There it is, folks. The Freedom Vase. It will be at the Air Force Academy for the second consecutive year. What a moment for this group.
Yeah, we can't go and leave this broadcast without also noting the play by freshman number 18, Colin Chase. He had a hat trick himself. 2 huge exclusions from the inside, drawing another 5-meter penalty. Great play by him, starting as a freshman. That's tough to do, but the freshman incoming team this year really contributing to the Air Force success.
That might be the water polo version of the Stanley Cup, the way that thing is being. I don't think the lads will be drinking out of that an adult beverage. If they did, we would not report it. It's classified information. All right, folks, we are waiting for Ryan Brown. And as Mike Kuipers mentioned, the last 3 goals of this match were scored by number 2, Grant Snyder, no bigger than that penalty shot to win it for the Falcons. Wow. And for the Falcons, they now go to 8-3 on the year. The Rare Air Classic will start tomorrow. I wonder how much this game is going to take out of the team tomorrow. I mean, they gave their all. All right, we're going to have a little fun. He made his way up here. One of our co-players of the game, A.J. Kuipers. And here's what we're going to do. Mike, I want you to step in. We're going to have a little fun. A.J. Kuipers, one of our co-players of the game, and I'm turning the mic over to his father. Mike Kuipers, you got the interview, sir.
What an opportunity. I tell you, Jeff, thank you so much, and thank you to the Air Force team for allowing me to come here, enjoy this from this perspective. I've been playing water polo, and I've broadcasted water polo for the last 10 years. I can tell you, honestly, this has been the most exciting game I've ever had. AJ, how did you feel and the rest of the team feel in this contest?
Just absolutely electric. I mean, we battled, and Navy did a really good job. But, I mean, I got to give it to number 18, Colin Chase. He really carried us through some really critical goals. I really appreciate him. Grant Snyder as well. Ian Christie. I mean, I'm kind of speechless right now. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Second year in a row for the Vase win. I was there present for the win at Navy last year, where I was able to broadcast there too, and in the same intensity, right? Both teams leaving it all in the pool. Glad you mentioned number 18, Colin Chase, the freshman, really stepping up this year, and a whole team effort. Would you say?
I'd agree for sure. That was awesome.
Well, thanks, AJ, and I know we would like to have the entire team here to be up here to talk about their experiences, but I'm sure this is going to go down as one of the best ones in history.
One more thing I just want to say, this was not me, this was my team. I thank everyone on our team, our coaching staff. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, let's bring in the man. The penalty shot. The last 3 goals of the match were scored by this man right here, number 2, Grant Snyder. Gee, Grant, nothing like making it a little exciting when Navy and Air Force get together, right?
Yeah, of course. It's the biggest rivalry. We gotta make it exciting.
Let's talk a little bit about the match. Going into it, you knew it was going to be intense, but wow, what a match!
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a battle the whole time. It's the biggest rivalry we have, probably in water polo. So we both came out. We knew it was going to be a battle the whole time, and luckily we came out on top.
Talk about the key to the match. What did you think it was?
Honestly, I don't know. It was a battle the whole time. We were both going back and forth. I think Colin was the biggest thing for us. He's struggled the past few weekends, but today he really came in, and I think he's the reason we got that win tonight.
Let's talk about the penalty shot. It was all or nothing at all. They give the ball to you. What's going through your mind? I'm sure it's pretty simple.
I missed the first one. I was just aiming for the corner, throwing it as hard as I could.
Talk a little bit about this Naval Academy team. I mean, they came into this match ranked 20th in the country, 2 goals up on them, and they kept covering.
Yeah, they kept battling the whole time. We knew it was going to be that way, and they just kept coming back.
Rare Air Classic begins tomorrow. How's this team going to be? I've got to believe you're going to be one tired unit tomorrow, but you got another match to play.
It's going to be a struggle for sure. That was a long game by itself. I'm already exhausted, so it's going to be a long weekend, but I think we came together really well that game, and I'm excited for the next ones.
Outstanding defense, no question about it. Grant Snyder, congratulations.
Thank you.
Grant Snyder, who scored the winning goal on the penalty shot. And now let's bring in the gentleman who, check his pulse. Ryan Brown, the head coach of the Air Force Academy men's water polo team, and I want to get this on record right now. And Mike, feel free to jump in on this interview as well. Congratulations, Coach. Not only do you beat Navy 13-12 in sudden death, but my friend, this was career victory number 50 for you.
Really? I did not know that.
You do now.
I had no clue, so super happy. You know, it makes it even sweeter that it was Navy to make it 50. So that's fantastic.
Talk a little bit about the match.
You know, both teams were fantastic. Everybody fought, everybody battled. Both teams were fantastic in different parts of the game. You know, we hang our hat on defense, and that got us down the stretch, and our defense is what got us to that point.
There's no question about that. All right, as I mentioned to Grant, you had a 2-goal lead. That was the biggest lead you had all night long, and Navy kept covering it.
Oh, absolutely. They just kept battling back, and as I would expect, and we talked about it was going to be a 4-quarter game. It ended up being a 7-period game. You know, so we make it all kinds of fun. Everybody has fun. It's better to play more, so can't complain.
All right, Mike, I'm going to turn it over to you. I think you have a question.
Yeah, just a quick question. So, you know, going into this year, a little bit different look. You had 7 seniors graduate last year. 5 of those were starters. You know, you've mentioned in the beginning of the season that you're going to have to rely on your freshmen. How big was that tonight?
Oh, huge. You know, I mean, we've played them all season long so far. It's only 2 weeks in. We're almost 3 weeks in. But, yeah, the freshmen have been playing since day one. They're going to contribute. They have to contribute. And they did. And they did tonight, and they have in every single game we've played. So the freshmen are carrying the team, and it's great to see, and it's fantastic to see.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
What a way to start the weekend. The Rare Air Classic starts tomorrow, and I'll tell you what, it'll be very interesting to see what happens now. What a tremendous springboard for the weekend.
Absolutely. This is a great start to the weekend. Obviously a great result for us to springboard us into the weekend, playing 6 great games all weekend long. So it's going to be a competitive tournament. Really looking forward to our guys holding on to what we just got here.
Ryan Brown, his 50th career victory here at the United States Air Force Academy. 13-12 Air Force in sudden death. Congratulations again, sir.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate it.
All right. And, wow, I'll tell you, folks, not much to say. You saw it from the beginning, and it was a battle. Mike Kuiper's final thoughts.
Again, just want to say a huge thank you to Air Force Water Polo for the support, to the coaching staff who's been just amazing. Jeffrey, thanks for the opportunity to be here. It was a lot of fun to be up here doing this, and I'm really looking forward to this weekend and the continuing season.
Well, I have to tell you, Mike, you're the good luck charm for Air Force now. I mean, 2 Navy games, they've won them both, Air Force has. So tomorrow the Rare Air Classic begins, and in all the excitement, I have to admit, I cannot remember the start time, and I'm not sure I can remember who we play. So, Coach, I'll just ask you.
I don't know either.
All right, that's good enough. That's a good way to close out. Final score tonight in Sun Death overtime. I think the first one goes at 12 or 12:30.
It does, against Iona.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, Iona College, but right now Air Force can say Iona Vaz, and they win it by the score of 13-12 in sudden death overtime. For our entire Falcon Vision crew and for Mike Kuipers, I'm Jeffrey Orman, bidding you a very pleasant good evening from the natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy.